Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be making, and you're going to be watching and following along and taking in some new ideas. I'm going to be making a birthday card for my boys. January is a big month for birthdays. We're all January babies. We have friends that are born in the month of January. So January is just an extension of Christmas to us. But we concentrate on the card and what people mean to us. And we always write a really nice sentiment. We don't do a lot for gift giving because we just came out of Christmas. My boys used to get upset with me because when they were little and in school, they'd want these big birthday parties. And I'd say, yeah, that's great. We can do a birthday party. However, you're not asking for gifts. And they're like, what? I'm like, nope. So what we would do is we had an organization, I think we still do have an organization called Hole in the Woods. And it was set up and created by Charles Wood and Paul Newman for disabled children. And every summer, disabled children come from all over the United States to this camp for the summer, and they swim. They do all kinds of things. They play baseball. They water ski. It's just a really, really, really great camp. So when my boys wanted birthday parties and they wanted to invite their classmates, and mind you, they were in two separate classes, we'd have 30 or 40 kids here. So what we did was we always asked, instead of a gift for the boys, we asked for a donation to Hole in the Woods. And then they would donate the money, and that would allow a child, they would basically pay for a child to come to camp for the summer. So birthdays are a little bit different in our home. So this year, and every year when I make their card, I try to use a photo. Sometimes I use a photo from when they were little. So this year they're going to be 24. So I may take a photo from when they were 14 or when they were 4 and add it to a current year photo just to see how they could change or how they have changed. This has been staring at me and I don't know where it came from. I kind of think I do know. So if you want to join in on this fun project, I'd love to have you stick around. This may not be for you, and that's okay. I know a lot of people like to buy cards, and they make cards in other ways than using photos. But if you do stick around, I want to thank you. I want to thank my viewers for your support. I want to thank all my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And I'm just here to have fun and maybe inspire you to do something a little different. So this year I ran off a couple photos from when we went to Key West in September of last year. And I went and downloaded one of those fancy apps that you can change the photos. I like to do like sometimes watercolor photo or a different style. So I downloaded an app and then I ran this one off here. I'm not sure if it's like a sketchbook style, but you can see the sky and my son's shirt where it's kind of sketchy and the water. When I went to bring it back up. Now, you have to be careful when you download these apps because when I brought it back up, I was also going to do a sympathy card with you today and use one of my flowers converted into a watercolor. But it said, sign in for your 3-day free trial. And then after that, you were going to be charged $17.99 a month. So I didn't want to do that. So I ran these photos off here, and then I uninstalled the app and deleted it and did everything I had to do because, again, so sometimes you think you're getting something for free, and then you go to use it a month later, and, I mean, you can use it, you get a charge on your charge card or a bill or whatever. So just be very careful what you're downloading off of either your Play Store or out of your Apple Store. So I ran these 2 photos off, and I have packets of paper for card making. This here is a packet with envelopes, and I just kind of keep these to the side for these occasions. And then yesterday, when I was down cleaning out my cellar, because I am heave-hoeing items and getting rid of things, and I'm going to start scrapbooking more family photos, I found this book that I had bought many, many years ago, Rules for My Unborn Son. And this is a really fun book. If you've never seen this before, it's all advice, different advice and little quotes. And I really like it. And I thought, I have to bring this up. And instead of times when there's no need to journal when I do family scrapbooks, because the photos explain themselves other than, putting a date in and the location. I thought it would be fun to add some of these little rules in here. Like this one, push-ups and sit-ups are all you've ever need to build muscle. The most expensive restaurant is never the best. On occasion, pick up the tab. Start a band. It just has a lot of fun. If you get yourself arrested, call me. You get 1 free pass. So there's a lot of fun little rules in here. Exercise in the morning, bicycling to school or work is a good idea. Aim for the nose. A lot of cute things in here. So I went through and I just grabbed some little advice and I printed them out. I went to Google Docs and I printed everything out on a sheet. Of course, I did 2 of the same ones because my boys, being twins, they still like to get the same thing. So I printed out a bunch of little rules, and then I'm going to put them on the inside of the card. So it's just something a little different. Every year I do something different with their cards. So I also thought I would show you today how to use these really cool perfect layer. This is from Color Workshop. Perfect layer. They're not called a ruler, but these are great if you want to make a border around your photo or a small piece of artwork you've done. I know some people, their cutters, they're not wide enough to take a full sheet of paper. And sometimes you have a hard time lining them up. So I just wanted to show you this. I really like using these. I just think they're fun. So I do know I picked out 2 pieces of paper because the photos were taken in Key West. So I wanted to do a tropical blue and another 2 blues, okay? And I went into my little stash and I found these, and I liked these the best. So I think what I'm going to do, I just have to decide how I want to layer this. If I want to have the turquoise with the majority of the navy, but I think that might be a little too much. Or if I want to have just a bit, I think I like this, but I could also do a very small bit of blue and then turquoise and blue again, which I may do. Hopefully I may have to run and get 2 more pieces of paper, because if I do that, I won't have enough. But if I do that, yeah, I should have enough. So the first thing that I do, and I'm going to take the smallest, which is a 1/4 inch here. So I'm going to line this up here. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. All right. But first I want to get my tape on the back of this. And again, I use my tape glider. I don't need to glue. I don't like to put glue on the back of my photos. Okay. So again, I'm just going to, right here where it's a 1/4 inch. No, wait a minute here. Let me just see here. 1/4. All right, so this is an 1/8. I guess I'm going to use the 1/8. It's just an 1/8 inch. So I will line that up there. And I'm going to have to, I think what I'll do is I'll bring it up a little bit. And I'm just going to, yeah, and then I'll have a little bit of space for that 1/8 inch to go around. So if I remember correctly, because it's been a while since I've used this, I think what I do is I just make I want to say I make a slight pencil mark because I don't want to use my, and this one is just about that. I don't want to use my X-Acto knife on this. And I'm going to do the same up here. And then there's a little line here. See how it just kind of butts up against that photo? And I'm going to take this right straight across because I want to do the same thing with the other photo. And then I will just cut this. And then this just kind of ensures me that I have same width border. And I know it's hard for you to see the line because of the dark blue and the way everything is positioned here. And then again, you take your line right here, it's the back, and then you just bring it up against that photo. And then I might be able to do this on my, let's see if this fits through here. Yeah. And then I just cut this here. And again, this is a little hard for me to see just because the way, so see you have an even border all the way around it. And you might be able to see a little bit better on this now. So now I have to keep in mind the size of your, this is a 5x7, all right? So you just have to kind of keep in mind how much space you have for your photo. So this one here, I'm going to want, I think I'll do a 5/8 inch will be good around that. So let me get this. And because it's 5/8 inch, I will bring it down a little bit so I have the room down here for the 5/8. to go on the bottom as well. Okay, so I'm going to put that one right about there. All right. And then we will be using the 5/8. So if it says 5/8, the line is right here for that 5/8. All right. And let's see, I just want to make sure. I think 5/8 is not going to work because see, that's going to bring you right over. Okay. So what we're going to do, I guess we're going to use, we could use the 1/4 inch. Okay. Quarter inch. Somebody just left a message. I have no idea who it is that is calling, but she sounds happy. Okay, so I'm going to come, you can see the line here. So I'm just going to come just on the inside of that line so you don't see the pencil mark. There, and then see, that is even all the way around. So now, oops, now you can check again. Okay, so that's going to fit on there just perfectly. Don't break my... So we have a nice little border around there, all right? So that's going to go on. And then we're going to put this on here. Like that. Use my sleeve. I usually use I have a diaper, a baby diaper that I use to go over and take the fingerprints off of the... So there's the front of the card. And I can put, you know, I may even put a happy birthday up here, but I try not to put anything on the photo because it's just a nice, if it's a nice photo, I don't like to bugger it up. They know it's for their birthday, and we always write a nice note in here. So this year, like I said, I'm going to put these fun little, this is wear freshly laundered pajamas. This one is when it's time to sing in church, sing. It's a great time to practice. This one is look people in the eye when you thank them, especially waiters. This one here, we all need a reminder. Do not panic. Don't panic. And this one I really like. Don't boast about projects in progress. Celebrate their completion. So now I have to think. Now with my husband and I will write notes, little letters to the boys on here. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't want to just put these on here plain. I think I would like to back them with the same paper that I used here. And this is just going to be really self-explanatory. No biggie here. This here I will use a little bit of glue just because I'm afraid if I use my tape runner, I'm going to crinkle the paper. So this is where we can do have a little morning chat if you want to. Kind of a one-sided chat though, isn't it? There we go. Kind of a one-sided chat. But there really isn't much going on around here. What can I tell you about? I'm in season 2. My husband and I are big into The Chosen. We're in season 2. I think last night was episode 5. And these you can just kind of put on anyway because I'm going to be cutting these down. So we're watching The Chosen. What else is going on? I had a nice fire in the fireplace last night because it was cold here. We woke up, it was -5. And then I think it got to a big high of 8 degrees. So it was even too cold for the dogs to go outside. And okay, I'm going to do all of these for both of the boys while I'm at it here. And what else? What else is going on? I don't know, not much. Just been in my basement, like I said. I'm hoeing out. I'm getting rid of all the boxes that I used to save when I sold, let's see, on eBay. And hold on, I gotta see what I got here. Okay, those 2, Don't Boast and Don't Panic, and then I'll put the others on the blue. I'm not selling on eBay or Etsy anymore. It's not worth it. And now with the government, where they want to tax everybody, used to be up to $20,000. You could sell a certain amount or up to $20,000. I didn't pay attention because I think it was up to 200 items and $20,000. I don't know. I don't have my facts straight, but I know my brother's extremely upset because he has a very large eBay store, and he's retired. It's going to affect everybody. It's going to, even affect the summer, the kids that have little summer jobs that, look at the dog walkers or people that mow lawns and they take payment through, what is it, Venmo, PayPal. Everybody's going to be turned in now. And they're just not going after the big guys anymore. They're going after all the little guys. So I said it's not worth it. So I'm cleaning out my cellar and I'm getting rid of all the boxes that I had kept for eBay and for Etsy. And I'm finally parting with a lot of my mom's crafts. They're crafts that I won't do. And it's just, I gotta clean that cellar out. I can't, if something ever happened to my husband and I I just can't leave it for the boys. I know what I went through after my mom passed away and going through her cellar. And she, by any means, was not a hoarder. But it's just very hard to decide what to keep and what to throw away, what to put in a yard sale. My one son is very sentimental. And he really, anything that has to do with his childhood or his grandparents' memories, he has a hard time getting rid of stuff. So I'm making it very easy for him. I'm making the decision. I know a lot of parents don't care. They just say, oh, let the kids take care of it. But I don't know. I can't do that. That's not in my blood. The only thing I'm not touching, and we have everything already in plastic bins and labeled, are all the boys' childhood toys. They definitely, they don't want to get rid of them. And I don't blame them. And I've kept all of their books. I think I have 4 bins, big bins like you buy at Walmart or whatever, just chock full of books. So I told my daughter-in-law, I says, don't you dare ever go buy, when you have kids, do not go buy them books. I says, we're going to have Grandma's library, and I'm going to set all the books up, and then the kids can come over. And I've got those fun little library cards. They can sign books out like they're going to the library. And then when they're done reading them, they bring them back and they can sign out another book. I thought that would be really fun to do for them. Teach them responsibility at a young age. So yeah, I've been in my cellar for a couple days. And it's very freeing when you make a decision to get rid of something and you bring it down to your dumpster and you got a nice clean space. I had a lot of paintings and sketching, a lot of sketches that my dad used to do and frame. They were all sitting down on the floor. And we've got a big wall in the basement, and I hung them all up on the wall. So now it's like a little art gallery. So that looks nice. I don't have a finished basement, so it's not like I can dress it up a lot down there. Okay, so I'm going to separate these into 2 piles. So the boys each get the same wording, and then, okay, that'll be. And I think what I'm going to do with these, I'm just going to haphazardly place them on the page. I think that would be fun. Something like this. I want to cover up that dot. So maybe something like that. Let's see if there's something here I could add to the inside. A little ephemera. A little ephemera. That's kind of fun. I could put some They both love science, and these obviously come in different colors. Do they? Maybe I could do something like that. Maybe I could do something like this, just to give it a little, oomph. That's my fun word, oomph. Could do something like that. That'd be kind of fun. Something a little different. And instead of just leaving it plain. Well, that time nobody left a... Oh yeah, they're leaving a message. I get so many robocalls too that half the time I don't know what's going on. I get so many automated calls. Drives me nuts. Let's see. I'd like to try to put... Yeah, let's do this. So I hope I've given you, some different ideas what you can do, with with a birthday card, or just sometimes you just have to think out of the box, and it just makes it a little more fun. And I think it makes it more fun for the recipient too. There. I think that's fun. So they've got their picture, and then they've got a few little rules to life here, and then we have enough room here to write a happy birthday greeting on the front and back. So that is it. That's all I've got for you today. I'm going to finish my other son's card off camera. And I hope that I've given you some inspiration to try something different, do something a little bit different. But I just think these handmade, homemade cards, I know my boys really enjoy them. They kind of expect one now, and I don't like to disappoint them. And I just think that it just shows, how much you care. You take the time and really sit down and think about the card and your message and how you want to present it to them. So thanks everybody for joining in. Like I said, I'm going to finish my other son's card, and then I'm going to move on, and maybe I'll get back into JoJo's journal today and do another video there for you. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.